Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we'll be talking about what happens when we have Rahu placed in the sign of Pisces, or sorry, Aries in your chart, in your birth chart. So what happens when we have Rahu in Aries? And yeah, so we'll get into that, but before we do, I just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer and I do Vedic astrology readings. You can check out GeboTheShaman.com for all that good stuff. And yeah, so right now I have a bunch of sales on, everything is bundled, everything is on sale, half off, so go check it out. And yeah, I do Vedic astrology readings. I have a Vedic astrology certification course where you'll get your own website from me, and that's very powerful. And then we have birth time rectification as well. So those are all things to take advantage of. So alright, let's get into the video. So Rahu in Aries. In order to understand what Rahu means, we need to understand what in order to understand what this placement means, we need to understand what Rahu means and what Aries means, put them together, and come up with our own analysis. So Rahu. What is Rahu? Rahu is our obsessions, it's our indulgences, it's our, could be ego in a sense. Rahu represents, it's our karmic axis, so it represents why we came into the world and things like that, like the karma that we want to achieve, the things that we want to achieve, the things that we want to do in life, and things like that. So, yeah, so yeah, Rahu is all about our obsessions, our desires, our things like that. So yeah, and then we have Aries, which is basically the sign of war. This is a very highly energetic sign, and it represents the self, the head, the warrior. It represents taking action, fighting for what you want, fighting for what is right, taking action on your desires. So yeah, Aries is a fiery sign. It's all about war, taking action, being an individual, being self-determined, having your own energy and things like that. Having your own self-determination, really. So yeah, that's what that's about, and we'll talk about what Rahu in Aries does. So when you have Rahu here in Aries, you would pretty much, we have the sign of obsession and desires and compulsion and addiction and drugs and alcohol, things like that, in the sign of Aries, which is the sign of the warrior, the sign of action, being very self-determined, very impulsive. So if you have this placement, that means that you will be very extremely impulsive, and that is not a good thing. You can act out on your impulses, on your desires, on your stuff like that without even thinking about it twice. And Rahu, the thing about Rahu is it eats, and it's one of those planets where it's a shadow planet, so it's missing its other half, which is Ketu. And basically Rahu has the desires, and it's like it doesn't stop. So once it fulfills its desires, it's, you know, it's just like eating. You know, a head without a body is going to be hungry because it doesn't have that body there to process it. It doesn't feel satiated. It doesn't feel full. And so just, you know, everything that it eats, it just falls out the neck hole and doesn't get processed. So this is Rahu. This is what Rahu is all about. It just eats and eats and eats. Desire, 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 and none of it can ever satisfy you. None of it can ever make you feel full. And so this is what we have with, you know, materialism, with sexuality, you know, things like that. With, you know, indulging in, you know, good food and things like that, overeating, stuff like that. This placement shows a strong propensity towards anger. So a lot of anger, a lot of rage, resentment, bitterness, because you know, you have strong desires, you have strong impulses, and when you can't achieve those desires, or when other people won't play along with your fantasies and your desires, then you get rageful, you get angry and upset, and yeah, so this is, you know, this can be pretty intense. So, I mean, you know, that's definitely something to watch out for. So, how do we combat this? How do we balance this out? Well, if we look at K2's placement, we can balance it out through that. So, K2 represents the body, it represents spirituality, represents leaving the physical world, and we do that and we achieve, you know, enlightenment and spirituality through, well, you would have K2 in Libra. So, you know, work with others, work with others, and, you know, it's really about striking a balance between yourself and others, because, well, you know, we're all self-important to ourselves. we're all number one to ourselves. You know, we're all looking out for ourselves at the end of the day, but really you gotta set some of that crazy ego, self-driven, you know, self-importance to the side and realize that other people matter too, and you can get, you know, you can get a lot of needs met by others. Just it's going to require a healthy way of doing that. So anyway, guys, let me check on the time. Yeah, so I think we're good on time. So yeah, so it's really about finding the balance between that. So I would say, you know, volunteer, you know, help others, see what you can do for others, start giving to others, start, you know, being more considerate of others, and start, you know, thinking of others, you know, putting, I wouldn't say putting other people's needs first, but just having, you know, consideration for others, and giving to others where you see a need, just give. Alright, so that does it for me for Rahu and Pisces. I will go through K2 series, so come back to the channel and we will go through K2 together. Alright, so if you want a Vedic astrology reading from me, then you can go to GeboTheShaman.com. That's right here, GeboTheShaman.com. You can see all the things that I offer right here. All the courses, products, services, everything and anything that I have to offer. It's all for sale, it's all half off. You can check it out. All those bundle sales going on right here. And yeah, then we have the astrology certification course, which is basically I walk you through the step by step of doing an astrology reading, and then I give you a website once you pass the test, and yeah, I'll even promote your website on my channel. So that's a great thing. You can easily start becoming a Vedic astrologer today and start making some side income. Alright, so then we have, of course, Vedic astrology readings, but also birth time rectification. So, if you don't have a known birth time, so if you know that you're born between 7 and 8, p.m., that's really not accurate at all. So we need an accurate time of birth, which is down to the minute, which I do. So if you want to purchase a birth time rectification from me, I will ask you some information about your dates and times and things, or like critical dates, important dates throughout your life, and figure out your exact time of birth down to the minute. Alright, so then we have the energy healing, the distance energy healing. So in that, I use Qigong and I use Reiki, and I empower your auric body, your energy body, and it's really great for emotional work, emotional cleansing, physical cleansing. Like if you're doing a detox, a cleanse, this would be a great jump start to that. Things like that. So, and then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So, if you're one of those people that is straggling and struggling with no purpose, no definite aim, that is not a good thing. So you need to get on your purpose, you need to get on your path, and the career coaching, career consultation, and the life coaching is exactly what you need to do that. I will help you figure out what your path and purpose is. Then we have the ritual magic courses. So, that's designed to go into the 9 levels of your psyche and destroy all your unconscious blocks around health, wealth, and happiness, prosperity, things like that. So yeah. And then we have the Qigong courses. So Qigong courses are the Self-Transformation Challenge. Oh, sorry, that's down here. And the Cosmic Qigong. So Self-Transformation and Cosmic Qigong. Now the Self-Transformation Challenge basically combines Kundalini Yoga with Qigong, with some meditation, guided meditation in there. So if you're one of those people that says you can't meditate, well, yoga and Qigong are a form of active meditation. So they're pretty easy to do, and you can let your mind wander as much as you want, and it's pretty great. Definitely helps your energy body expand and get more energy into you and things like that. You feel healthier, happier, more relaxed, things like that. That's just what I've noticed from my own personal experience. But yeah, guys, check out everything that I have to offer, all my courses, products, services, everything and anything that I have to offer. GeboTheShaman.com, so check that out. Alrighty guys, so we'll talk to you next time. Alright, peace.